Ryan, he's thinking, let's just get through this injury-free. In fact, as you go into the preseason, the last game, I think that's what every coach in the NFL is thinking. And Buddy's thinking now Super Bowl. He got his players thinking Super Bowl. Last year, they figured they did the first step. They got to the playoffs. This year, I think they all feel that they have a shot at the Super Bowl. Now on the other side, Don Shula. He's going into his 27th year as a coach in the NFL, or the head coach in the NFL. He's just looking for something positive. He said, we're 0-3. He said, we haven't had anything positive come out of this training camp in this preseason, and we'd like to get something tonight to start the league next week.
As you can see, a small crowd, this facility, and it's a beautiful facility now beginning its third year. Seats better than 70,000. It was the site of the Super Bowl last January. They expect a crowd between 38 and 40,000 tonight. That's a reflection, I'm sure, of last year's 6-10 record and a fifth-place finish in the AFC East and an 0-3 preseason mark so far. There's Andre Waters, one of the deep men for the Philadelphia Eagles, as the Eagles won the toss and they have elected to receive. Pete Stoyanovich, an 8th-round draft choice from Indiana, will kick off tonight. He's had his problems this summer. He's in a battle with Fowler Reveiz for the place-kicking job, and Stoyanovich might win it by default because Reveiz again today is hurt and will not compete tonight. And the deep man is Mark Higgs for the Philadelphia Eagles. Small crowd. Miami Dolphins, the only time they have finished winless in preseason was in their first year of existence, 1966, when they went 0-4. In '69, they lost their first 5 games, but then won the 6th preseason game to finish 1-5. But it's been a dismal summer, bothered by holdouts and injuries. Here's Stojanovich's kick, and Higgs will grab it for the Eagles at the 7. And he's cut down quickly at the 23-yard line. Randall Cunningham comes on the field, and here's the offensive line that he'll have in front of him tonight. Ken Reeves, Mike Shadd, an acquisition from the Rams, David Alexander, Ben Tamburello in place of Ron Solt, Heller, Keith Jackson, the tight end. And joining Cunningham, Byers, Tony, Ron Johnson, and Chris Carter. And Philadelphia, unlike so many teams, does not make many substitutions on obvious passing downs. They just shift their personnel around. As John said, Cunningham, 82% of the Philadelphia offense in 1988. First and 10 at the 24. Tony for a couple. Defensively, this has been a serious problem for Miami. Turner, Soche, and Jeff Cross start up front. The linebackers and the inside linebackers have been a real problem. Graff, Aarons, Clark, Hugh Green not playing like he used to. In the secondary, Paul Langford, Judson, Lewis Oliver, and Jarvis Williams. Rodney Thomas and Ernest Gibson will join that secondary on obvious passing downs. Second down, 7. Ron Johnson has come in. Cunningham across the middle, caught. Tight end Keith Jackson makes the first grab.
There's a guy who in his first year became one of the best in the league. Keith Jackson, 81 receptions, led all NFL tight ends last year, played in the Pro Bowl, and this guy's really something. Buddy Ryan says the only way he thinks he can improve this year, instead of leading himself to the Pro Bowl, is lead this whole team to the Super Bowl.
3rd and 1, Philadelphia, just underway, opening series of the ball game. Cunningham on a play fake, lets it out, caught by Jackson. That's the first down. Randall said to us yesterday that he enjoys calling his own plays, but short yardage and goal line gives him a problem.
Those are the tough things, because what happens is you get different players in there. On first down, second down, and even 3rd and long, he can have the same 11 out there. But when you go short yardage, you get 2 or 3 tight ends. And he said then he has to know the people, the plays, certain plays he can run. So that's the one that Ted Plum called.
First down and 10, Philadelphia. Tony fights for yardage near the 40-yard line. Anthony Tony, the 4-year man from Texas A&M.
You know, that formation we just saw, Vern, there looked like 4 wide receivers. with Anthony Toney, the only back there. What he does, he puts Keith Byers as a slot man on one side and Keith Jackson as a slot man on the other side. So he can go on first down and make it look like a third down package.
That's got to be an advantage for them, I would think.
I think it's a real advantage. I think it's the only way the quarterback can call his own play.
Second down and 6. Play fake. Tipped and incomplete. Intended for Jackson across the middle. And that will bring up a third down. Might just expand, John, on that point, that it is difficult to call your own plays if you've got people coming in and out.
I think that's probably why they took it away from the quarterback, is that on every down, it seems like you have 3 or 4 guys coming in on offense and defense. And if you do that, then the quarterback doesn't know what play to call or how to set up the play. But if he has his own guys, like here, you see this formation looks like 4 wide receivers. There's the same 11 guys.
3rd and 6. Deep left side overthrow. As Ron Johnson cut it inside toward the post at the 40, and Cunningham let it sail over his head. It'll be 4th down.
You see, Ron Johnson is playing out there in place of Mike Quick, who just came to training camp this week, just signed this week. And it looked like he was thinking one thing. He was thinking a hook. It looked like Randall Cunningham thought that he was either going to keep going up or come in, and he did neither.
That brings on John Pilchick to punt. Talking to Joe Woolley, the director of player personnel, before the game, he said John Pilchick may be the best athlete on this Eagles team.
I've even seen him make a tackle.
Fair catch at the 17-yard line. Troy Stratford for Miami. That's a 43-yard punt. 12:29 to go, first quarter.
Performance. For some people, it's more than a passion. Out at Radio Shack and participating dealers.
Dan Marino opens at quarterback for the Dolphins. Up front, John Kiesler, Roy Foster, Jeff Dellenbach, Harry Galbraith, Ronnie Lee, and Bruce Hardy will start tonight at tight end instead of Farrell Edmonds because of an injury. In the backfield, Troy Stratford, Tom Brown, Mark Duper. Freddie Banks takes the place of Mark Clayton, who is a holdout from camp. Andre Brown and Jim Jensen will be the additions for the Dolphins on obvious passing downs. Dan Marino, last year, for his career, 196 touchdowns. That's the most of anybody who's currently playing. And he's already closing in on a lot of Greasy's career records. Troy Stratford. And he got to the 19-yard line. Defensively, Reggie White, Steve Kafusi, who's really a rookie. He was on IR last year. He gets a start. Jerome Brown and Clyde Simmons up front of the front four. The linebackers, Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, and Al Harris. And in the secondary, Izell Jenkins, Eric Allen, Wes Hopkins, and Todd Bell. Now, on obvious passing downs, William Frizzell, Andre Waters, and Sammy Lilly will come in. So that is the prevent defense for the Eagles. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation. Across the middle, got Freddie Banks to the 35. That's the first down. And that is the 6th catch for Freddie Banks. He's getting an extended look now because Mark Clayton is a holdout. He's in the option year of his contract and is not reported at camp.
So here's the thing that Marino does so well. He throws this slant pass. Watch. Banks is just going to come down here and then turn in like that, and boom, there's the ball right now. You know, in talking to all the Eagle rushers, they say the tough thing about Marino is he gets rid of the ball before you get there, even if you beat your blocker.
Reggie White goes over center now in the 46 defense for Philadelphia on first down and 10 after the 16-yard gain. Great fake pass left. That's caught by Mark Duper at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, that was a heck of a catch by Duper. Not so much a catch, but just staying inbounds. Watch out. He gets out there in the sideline, and now he's going to keep his feet inbounds. Now he can reach with his hands, but keep his feet back there. You see how he keeps his feet back there? He's staggering them, and then he just lets them go. You see, watch again on the clicker here. You see, he knows that he can't go out of bounds, so he just comes under control, and keeps both feet inbounds.